It's been 6 months since Russia's illegal invasion of Ukraine, 6 months of war where tens of thousands of soldiers and civilians have died and entire cities have been laid to waste.
Today is also Ukraine's Independence Day, and people are gathering at events around the world to mark 31 years since the country broke away from the Soviet Union. Matt Ingram joins us in studio with more. Matt.
Taz, it's a war that's come at a great cost. The UN says more than 5,500 civilians have been confirmed dead, but say the actual number is without a doubt much, much higher. Ukraine's military says it's lost 9,000 soldiers, and it's estimated that Russia has lost as many as 25,000. So far, more than 6.6 million Ukrainian refugees have fled the fighting in the east of the country. Ukrainian officials say Russia has taken about 20% of its territory and say the destruction has cost more than $172 billion. Today in Ukraine, the terrible cost of this war was remembered as Ukrainians celebrated a very somber Independence Day.
Пане президенте України, Верховний Головнокомандувач Збройних сил України.
Слава Україні!
The day was marked here in our region as well. In St. Catharines, people gathered at City Hall this morning to raise the Ukrainian flag and reflect on the cost of the war. Gathered to mark more than 3 decades of independence, it's a much more somber celebration than usual.
O Lord our God, you are the only God in heaven and on earth. Grant our Ukraine a deep and inviolable peace, protecting her from war and invasion of enemies.
This year is different. This year it's a day of solidarity, a day of standing together with our Ukrainian brothers and sisters.
This should be a day of celebration, but we stand here as an act of defiance.
This is a war of aggression against people who only want to have freedom and liberty.
Dozens came out to show their support, including several Ukrainians who escaped to Canada because of the war, like Olga.
We are so appreciative for all Canadians people, for support, for help.
And her daughter, Milana.
Who will win?
Ukrainians!
Natalia arrived in April with her 6-year-old daughter, Anya.
Very important day today.
Do you miss home?
No.
You happy here?
Yeah, I am.
Other Ukrainians who came to Canada before the war were also there to show support.
We stand with Ukrainian. We would like the war to finish as soon as possible, and we pray for that every day.
I wanted to show my daughter that fight is important and moral support is crucial as well.
I feel bad what's happening right now, and so I'm trying all my best to help Ukrainians.
It's really important for us to support Ukraine, like show support. We're Ukrainians.
The Niagara chapter of the Ukrainian Canadian Congress organized the flag-raising ceremony. It says more than 200 Ukrainians have settled in the area since the war began, but finding enough housing continues to be the biggest challenge.
We are currently putting people up at a hotel. If we can't find short-term housing for them, some people end up staying there longer.
The latest Allied intelligence update says Russia is making minimal progress on taking the Donbass region in the east, a key target for Vladimir Putin. It says Russia is anticipating a major Ukrainian counterattack, but Russia is suffering from shortages of weapons, vehicles, and troops, and is contending with low morale. Today, at a meeting of the UN Security Council, the Undersecretary for Political and Peace-Building Affairs concluded the war has no end in sight.